Buongiorno, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to share with you all my tips and tricks on Black Friday and Cyber Monday and how not to fall for impulsive buying. Sometimes you see these great offers and you just impulse buy a lot of stuff and then realize that actually you were looking for something totally different and forgot about it. So I'm going to share with you my personal strategy to stop impulsive buying, as well as my wish list for Black Friday and Cyber Monday. And without further ado, let's start. First step may seem quite obvious and is to create a list. But be careful. Do not make a wish list. Make a necessity list. We will get to the wish list afterwards. First, create a list of the stuff that you need and that you usually use daily. Start first with necessities that are extremely expensive. For example, last year I needed a vacuum cleaner, and fortunately it was before Black Friday that my old one broke down, so I got a new one on Black Friday with an amazing price. Then I go through stuff that I use daily. It can also be some clothes items that you need. For example, last year I desperately needed a winter jacket. So that would be, again, a big necessity. So my list of necessities on Black Friday, usually, if I don't have any expensive stuff that I need to buy urgently, I have first skincare. I do have some items that are usually expensive. For example, sunscreens. I use a lot and I need a lot during the year, and they are, even the cheapest one, are quite expensive because I go through them like crazy. For you, it may be a different category, maybe hair care, but for me personally, skincare is the one that I spend a lot of money on, not because the items are extremely expensive, but because I use them daily. So I always take the opportunity on Black Friday to get a bulk of sunscreens, moisturizers, serums, all the stuff that I use daily on my skin. So after you finished whatever this category is for you, I go to Christmas gifts and I set a budget. And I try as much as I can, whatever like the temptation is, to stick to my budget. I create a list for the persons I want to gift and how much money I want to spend for each and every one. Once I've finished these two lists, I go to my wish list. Now, usually I have my wish list actually almost set for me because at the beginning of every year I do my wish list for the year. So I go through that wish list and look at the items and create a list. Majority of cases, a lot that is on my wish list at the beginning of the year is not anymore. Maybe because I already bought it, or because I lost interest in these items, or I found something more interesting. Now, once I've finished the lists, I start to search for the items that I need. So, for example, if I need a home appliance, I don't have like a specific store that I go to. So I start searching. And the most important thing, if you have a website that you have an account on, let's say Amazon, I do not put the item on my wish list. I put it in my cart. Because if you put it on your wish list, the first thing that you will do is to add stuff to your cart that is not on your list, because you see it, I really wanted that one. Let me tell you, if you really want something, you will remember it. You don't need a wish list to remember. So my tip, don't go through your wish list. Not yet, at least. Put the item that you chose in your cart. And of course, the cart has to be empty. So it's only featuring this or a couple of items that you really need to buy. So as I said, I do not need any expensive home appliances this year, and also I don't need any clothes. So for me, my first category of necessities is skincare. I do not spend a lot of money on hair care, and this is why you will not find any. But if you are into hair care and you know that you use, I don't know, Olaplex or some of the more expensive stuff, then also definitely go through that category. So on my list, first category is sunscreen. So my favorite sunscreens come from Paula's Choice, and Paula's Choice is not an inexpensive brand. And also Paula's Choice is not available here in Sephora, Douglas, or this stuff. I have to get it from Cult Beauty, a UK-based retailer. Since I am a customer of Cult Beauty, I know that the best time to get these sunscreens is on Black Friday. So first of all, I will start with these. So I will go to Cult Beauty website. Since I do not remember the name of my sunscreen, I will just go through the whole brand. So this is the one that I'm talking about. The Paula's Choice Skin Restoring Moisturizer Broad Spectrum SPF 50. I love this moisturizer slash sunscreen for winter, and I usually need 2 a year, sometimes more, but I will leave room for maybe trying another sunscreen. This is another thing. I do not put any items that I want to try. It's the same category like Wishlist. It's not a necessity. Stick to the stuff that you know that you need. So add to bag. The next one that I use is Paula's Choice Use Extending Daily Hydrating Fluid. This one I usually use in shoulder month, sometimes also during winter when my skin feels really great. I need actually 1.5, so I am going to put 2 and add to bag. Of course, I need more than 4 tubes of sunscreens during the year. I am doing shopping for the whole year, remember. But the brands that I want to use, that I need, are not on Cult Beauty. But first I will check the price. So the total is 132 euros. So I have still room to get more, especially that I do not buy stuff that is less than 25% off. Less than that is just ridiculous to get on Black Friday, unless it's something like, I don't know, a niche brand that never goes on sale. But we are talking about skincare, so 20% off I can get a lot of time during the year. I am aiming for 25% or even 30%. My second sunscreens I usually get from Notino, which is a European website. So let's search again by the brand, Purito. And I am searching. Here it is, the Purito Daily Go-To Sunscreen. Now here it says that they have 15% off. As you all know, Black Friday starts almost a week before real Black Friday. And usually on Black Friday, you will get even better deals. For now, if it's only 15% off, I will not get it and just wait for a better deal, or when I need it, 15% off you will find during the sale, etc. So I put that one. I need only one because I only used it as a sample and I really loved it. But I don't know if I prefer to the next one that I'm going to search for is Isentry. I don't know how to pronounce it. So let's go. So the one that I am looking for is this one, the hyaluronic acid. And I will need 3 of these. This is my favorite sunscreen. I love it, love it, love it. So let's put 3 on my card, and here I can see the price. It's 98. So doing my calculation, I still have room to get more stuff. Now let's move to cleansing balm. I will return again to Cult Beauty. And I always do that. I focus on a category. I get what I want and then return. So I don't forget anything and I don't get overwhelmed. So for me personally, my most important item is sunscreen. Next for me is cleansing balm. Because again, it's one of the stuff that I use every day. The ones that I love are a little bit on the expensive side. And I have two on my mind. One is the pharmacy one for taking off makeup. So I am looking for the brand Pharmacy. And here it is. I can see it immediately. Here it is. So I will add to bag. Here, the Radiance Cleansing Balm. I love to use this balm on a daily basis to remove my sunscreen. So when I'm not wearing any makeup, and it's just wonderful. I love this cleansing balm. So let's check again my card. So we are still good. So these were the two cleansing balm. I'm only getting two because I already have some. So I don't need more than two. Next category are moisturizers. But to be honest, I don't need any moisturizer because I have already everything that I need and I can find them on a good deal during the year. But if you are wondering which these are, my favorite one is the Panthenol PB5 from La Roche-Posay, both the cream and the gel. The gel I use during summer, the cream I use during winter, and of course my trusted CeraVe. I love this moisturizer. I always get this big top that usually is enough for me for the whole year. I also don't need any body creams because again I have enough, and honestly for body cream I don't care. I should, but I don't, and I usually use my CeraVe one or the one from Avent. That one is beautiful during winter. So I'm not going to get any moisturizer. So for me it's more important serums or actives that I use because some are expensive, also are from like quite affordable brand. So my go-to serum I talked about a lot is my trusted The Ordinary Peptide Plus Copper, which for The Ordinary costs really a lot. It's 33 euros if I'm not mistaken. So let's search for this one. So let's see all The Ordinary because I have more than one item that I want from them. So I also need my azelaic acid. I can go with also the Impulsive. They have also a good azelaic acid. Okay, here we have the azelaic acid 10%. I know there is like a big format. Okay, 100. Here we are. I also enjoy the Impulsive one, but it doesn't come in this huge format. So actually I am going to add both of them because I need more than one. So and see which one has the better offer once Black Friday comes. Here it is. Yes, it's almost 33 euros, a lot for The Ordinary. And I need 3 of these. So add to bag. So I am set. I don't need any retinol because I have some that I want to try and it will be more than enough for the next year. So I created my list and I've added everything to cart. Now it's the moment to check how much everything is. So this is still in my budget. I do have room for my wish list. Not a lot, I have to admit. It will also depend on how much discount will effectively be on the real day. Once I finish this, I do not go through my wish list. Again, I have my budget for my Christmas gifts. I will go through that. I am not going to share with you because obviously I don't want to spoil my surprise for anyone, but you will go through the same process. So you will take one person at a time, choose a gift. It has to be in the price range. And if you don't know what to get them, you can just search by price and choose something. So I've finished both of these lists. As I said, I have still room for my wish list. Not a lot, I have to admit, but enough to try maybe 3 or 4 products. Now, usually after like skincare and hair care and this stuff, I go to my makeup, but I don't need anything. I have some makeup items that I wish to try, but it's not a necessity. So no makeup for me this time. Now let's go to my wish list. And I will start by, again, skincare, because I already left some room for trying some products. And shockingly, my most exciting product, that of me exciting at least, that I want to try is the cleansing balm of Then I Met You. I heard a lot of great stuff about this one, but it's so expensive, like extremely expensive. Then I Met You. Here it is. I mean, it's 41 euros. Oh my god, it's so expensive, but I am dying to try it, and as I said, I have room for it. Now I can see that unfortunately it's sold out. Next product that I really want to try is from Summer Friday. Now, Summer Friday is a brand available at Sephora. And Sephora usually, here in Italy at least, I'm talking, for the last 3 years, makes better deals at Cyber Monday than on Black Friday. So usually for Sephora, I wait till Cyber Monday, where it is 30% off on all the brands, not some of them. But if Cult Beauty already gives me a 30% off, I hope, for Black Friday, I will get it from there, since I already ordered a lot of stuff. If I find on Black Fridays that they stick to 25%, then I will wait till Cyber Monday and get it from Sephora. Which brings me to another thing. We are all busy, and sometimes this monitoring how much this and that costs is a little bit overwhelming, especially if we are talking about stuff that is not like real necessities. I mean, food and this stuff. So I advise you, if you notice something from a brand, like for example what I just said about Sephora, then write it down. Have like a small notebook. And that goes for Black Friday or anything else. For example, here in Italy, there's a department store called La Rinascente, which twice a year does this coupon day, which is the amazing time to get your hands on some brands, at least here, that you really struggle to find on a discount. For example, I got this way my Christian Louboutin Louis Rouge 30% off. So I wrote in my notebook the dates. Now, it's not said that every single year it will be in the same day, but around the same date, they will have a coupon day where I can buy the stuff. So the sunscreen that I want to add is Summer Friday's Shade Drops Broad Spectrum SPF 30 Mineral Milk Sunscreen. Oh my god. I'm already out of breath. Okay, let's put this one. Another thing that I want to try is from Paula's Choice. So let's return to Paula's Choice. And it is their BHA AHA exfoliator. I don't remember the name, so I'm doing shop all. And if I remember correctly, there was a set of both of the products, of 2 products that I wanted to try. Something like this one. Is it this one? Let me see. Okay, this one is actually good, but I think I saw another one. Let's see if I can find it. So I can't find it, so maybe it was this one and I was mistaken. So and again, this is sold out. Anyway, I will just get the travel size of the exfoliating add to bag. So I have actually a lot more of skincare that I want to try, but I feel like I am satisfied to this point, and I want to leave room for fragrances. Of course. Now, when it comes to fragrances, it's quite simple, at least for me, because I have my designated wish list for fragrances and I put them in order. So usually on Black Friday, I just take one fragrance at a time and I search for it wherever I can. Usually, especially niche brands don't do like a great discount even on Black Friday, but a lot of perfumery do. So I go through the perfume shops that I usually use and see if some of the fragrances that I want is on sale. As I said, I am not getting a lot this year because I am on a restricted buy. I don't know how to call it. I talked about it before in many videos. For this year, I decided to buy fragrances with the money that I get from selling the ones that I declutter. And I already bought a lot during the year, so I have quite a limited budget. Now that I have my budget, I have already everything in cart. Once Black Friday and Cyber Monday come, I go to my cart. I don't add anything. I just add the code if it's not automatically calculated and see the final count. If there is room for more, then I go to my wish list that I have on different websites and see if there is something that I am interested in that I can add. Now, you saw me, I used a lot of websites that I know. That doesn't mean that these are the most affordable websites, but from experience, I noticed that I usually go to these and these have the best offers. Now, for example, if we talk about skincare, there is another website that I use a lot and that is Look Fantastic. So before checking out, before buying the stuff on Black Friday, I usually go and double check the price of these items on Google, you know, Google Shopping, or for example, on websites that I know. So make sure also to double check the prices on when Black Friday arrives to get the best deal. And I promise you, it's much easier this way because you are laser focused on the things that you really need, even if you then have to double check from other websites. Anyways, these were my tips and tricks that I use for Black Friday and Cyber Monday. So I don't buy stuff that I don't need and I stick to my budget. I want to film also maybe a video on my Christmas recommendations. I did that last year and it did quite well. So maybe I will film that next, but I think I will leave that for December. I am planning on doing quite a big project for December. I hope I have the time to do it. So stay tuned for my Christmas recommendation video. I hope you liked this one and you found it helpful. And if you did, please give it a thumb up and consider subscribing to my channel. Also, don't forget to hit the notification bell so you will get notified when I upload any new video. Thanks a lot for watching and see you next time. Ciao.